Welcome back. You're watching Power Breakfast on CNBC TV 18. The GIFT Nifty is indicating a slightly positive start for the Indian markets this morning. But away from the markets, the government has announced that 27 companies, including Dixon Technologies, Dell, HP and Foxconn have been granted approval under the new production-linked incentive scheme for IT hardware. These 27 companies will lead to an additional investment of 3,000 crore rupees and an additional production worth 3.5 lakh crore rupees. My colleague Ashmit Kumar spoke to Saurabh Gupta, the CFO of Dixon Technologies, and Pankaj Mohindru, the chairman of the ICEA, to get their views on the same. Listen in.
We would like to thank the Ministry of Electronics. It's a very large opportunity. If you look at the total Indian market, it's around $12 billion, and out of which almost 9 billion worth of laptops, tablets, servers are imported into India. So it's a big opportunity for domestic substitution, for incentivizing domestic manufacturing. And we think it's a large opportunity, and we should capture a large opportunity of this overall pie. So initially, we should start with the final assembly and the PCBA, and then gradually the way the whole scheme is structured, you have to get into components and move more into localization. So we'll get into batteries, we'll get into power supply, we'll get into PCBA, cabinets and all. So clearly it's a large opportunity, and over a period of time, I think so every industry requires some hand-holding, some support from the government in the initial stages. I think this is the kind of support that we were looking for. And over a period of time, we feel confident that one, we'll be able to meet the requirements of the large domestic Indian market, which is presently being serviced through imports. But over a period of 2-3 years, I think so India can potentially become a hub for global markets as well. So.
You mentioned about how you were looking at backward integration as well. You're looking to get into components as well. Just a sense what is the timeline we can see in terms of even the component manufacturer wanting to gravitate here towards the Indian market, number one. And number two, as far as the way forward is concerned, what is roughly, this question was asked in the PC as well, what is the kind of value addition we can expect here with India as a manufacturing hub?
So if you look at every industry requires a particular scale and size, and then the component ecosystem evolves. It has happened in electronic sector, it happened in the automotive sector, where India has become a manufacturing hub and an export hub. I think the similar thing is now happening in the electronic sector, led by mobiles, and now hopefully IT hardware as such. We think all the companies put together, 27 companies, including us, I think so the value addition over the next 3 to 4 years can eventually go to 40-45%, if not more. So that is something I think so it should be doable.
There has been a great push that the government is trying to give as far as trusted sources are concerned. That's been a big focus area for the government. Does that present more opportunities as companies look towards perhaps contract manufacturers such as yourself? Does that increase the opportunities for you to host other such big brands at your facilities?
Yes, clearly over the last few years, we've clearly seen that trend is more and more towards outsourcing. The brands want to focus on branding, distribution, and they will not only want to outsource the manufacturing, but also the designing piece. And with over a period of time, the component ecosystem also evolves. So my sense is, yeah, so eventually we think we'll have a large opportunity of this overall pie.
And one final question, as far as broader market headwinds are concerned, are you at all worried? We saw some numbers coming in that enterprise demand perhaps is not that high for laptops, desktops. Is that a concern when you look at short-term headwinds coming in?
See, what happened during the COVID time, the demand for this laptop, tablets really surged. So my sense is after that surge, it is kind of now getting normalized. There is, of course, a degrowth this year. But over a period of time, we see that as the disposable income, per capita income increases in the country, definitely this market will bound to grow. And first of all, apart from that, there's a big domestic substitution opportunity. So 9 billion worth of opportunity if it gets replaced by import, if basically there's a replacement of the imports, I think so in itself is a large opportunity. And over a period of time, industry attains that kind of cost structures, becomes cost competitive, generates that operating leverage for it to go global as well. So this, I think so this PLI is absolutely in the right direction for companies like us.
It's a very exciting day because a sector which was languishing for the last 3 decades is finally getting its act together. And I think this PLI will catalyze production of about, official figure is 3,50,000 crores, but I think it will be far more. I think we'll touch 5 lakhs to 6 lakh crores of additional manufacturing. And this is almost from ground zero. The uniqueness of this PLI is that it kicks in the value addition automatically. So as you go down the vertical, as you buy sub-assemblies from India, which are produced here, like chargers, battery packs, the memory, the chassis, the mechanics, the display assembly, you get additional benefits.
Sure.
So that is the wonderful part of the scheme and its unique structure.
Also, just want to understand that the big target that the government and the ministry had set out initially is the $300 billion target. Is it a step in that direction? Will it help realize that? Or will there still be some concerns in terms of meeting that target?
It's a very tough target. It was a 400% growth from the 75 billion which was there. We already have grown about 300% in the last 6-7 years. So it was a tough target. And I think all cylinders are firing now with this. This was a vertical which was languishing. Mobile phone, as you know, is moving well. Consumer electronics is moving well. Some of the other sectors are moving well. This was almost a zero. And I think we should be able to hit about 15 billion of annual manufacturing by 25-26 with this. And if some of the other companies who have not yet announced that they will be moving IT hardware manufacturing to India, I'm sure they will also come in. And the most pleasing part is, I think where the minister has put his great personal effort is the development of Indian supply chain, Indian companies. And you can see from the PLI approvals that there are a lot of mid-sized Indian companies who are participating in it. Sure. And we are sure that some of them will emerge as global champions.
Some big voices there on the IT PLI scheme, and we'll keep an eye out for both Dixon Technologies and Syrma SGS. Time for a short break here on Power Breakfast. News and updates continue on the other side. Stay tuned.